Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Thursday. It is Thursday, April the 30th. All right, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Let's jump right into the reading and let's not delay any time. This is going to be a Prism Oracle message for you guys that resonate with this message. So this is also talking about the energy. Let's see how the energy is right now. I will be using this deck, and then in another reading I will be using like the sacred symbols for divination. So basically those cards, when I use those cards, I feel like those are kind of like energy reads as well. So let's see what the energy is like for the collective at this time. Okay, what you guys could be feeling at this time, especially with today being the first day of the full moon. Okay, so that could be, confirmation for some of you guys. But let's see what the universe has to tell the collective at this time, okay? So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time when it comes to the energies right now? What is the energy at this time for April 30th? What do they need to know at this time? Thank you. For some of you guys, when it comes to movement, you guys are making movement at this time. Now, this could be anything. This could be mentally. This could be physically. Okay, this could be anything. Okay, when it comes to movement, this talks about Mars energy. Mars is like taking action. So Scorpio and also Aries energy could be significant, even if it's not Mars in your Scorpio placement or Aries placement, for example. There is something about making movements or taking movement. Like I said, this could be mentally. You guys are planning things. Okay, having movement does not only mean taking action like physically, but this can still resonate for those when it comes to the message itself. So like I said, this could be mentally, this could be physically, depending on everyone's situation. Take what resonates with that. But there is something about the color green, okay, when it comes to movement and also growth. Okay, you guys could be going through some type of growth right now, which is allowing you to either move, or the energy is basically moving, okay? Especially with the full moon that's happening in Scorpio, right? Which is tomorrow, okay? Like when it's 100% fully, right? There's something about tomorrow when it comes to releasing and letting go. That also could be something that you guys are doing when it comes to movement as well. Okay, so yeah, okay, some of you guys, when it comes to movement, you guys are releasing anxiety. Some of you guys, when it comes to anxiety or dealing with anxiousness, or maybe having like anxious moments too, there's something about that. It's like if you are somebody that dealt with that, or maybe you received help for this, right? And nothing is wrong with that, because at the end of the day, we all have certain things that we go through. Some people have mental illnesses that they deal with. Some people go through, certain things. Like, for example, some people have ADHD or ADD, things like that, right? And you could have dealt with people, especially if you're neurodivergent, right? For example, maybe epilepsies or seizures or things like that. Like a lot of things that people go through, people don't know, because imagine if you broadcasted everything on your forehead like a teleprompter, okay? Some people go through certain things, and just because they don't look like what they've went through doesn't mean that they're not going through something or they never dealt with it, right? And so for some of you guys, when it comes to movement, you are moving past anxiety, okay? It's not as easy as it may sound, okay? Some of you guys, it may have took time. It may have took weeks, months, years, okay? Even when it comes to releasing certain people, places, and things, that is a lot of work, okay? That is a lot of inner work. And especially when it comes to change and shifts and movements, that is significant too. So take what resonates with that. At the end of the day, guys, you guys are showing up with a lot of strength. Okay, so like I said, whatever it is that you guys dealt with, just because you don't look like it, doesn't mean that you didn't come out stronger and better, okay? And if you were dealing with anxiety and you were dealing with certain things that were stressing you out, I want you guys to know that you guys should be very proud of yourselves. Yeah, I don't know you guys, but as a reader, my job is to make sure that people understand the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? And not everything is going to be, peaches and cream. Not everything is going to be lollipops and sunshines, right? The whole point of growth is being able to tap into those shadows and being able to move forward, whether it's slow growth. It doesn't matter if it's slow growth. Progress is progress at the end of the day, okay? It's like waking up every day. Sometimes you don't want to get up and go to work, and that's understandable, okay? But for some reason, you have that strength to still get up and still put, shower, brush your teeth, do your hair, put your clothes on, and you still go forward, okay? Even if you feel like you can't do it, you still do it. And that is why you guys are strong, okay? There's something about pillars that are very significant. This almost reminds me of like Greek mythology when you see like those pillars. I really don't know the name of them, but I know it's almost like when you see those white pillars, right? That could be significant. Two pillars could be very significant that represent strength. So there's something about you having strength, but also being able to have strength because you were partnered up with the universe. Okay. This also could talk about partnerships too with other people that help you, you know, with the strength card too. Like, I understand that everybody has physical support. So this could be either or. This could be you having physical support if it's like one or two people in your energy. Or this could be having physical support, meaning like, you know, the universe is helping you, okay? But the color red is very significant. Some of you guys could be wearing the color red too when it comes to passion and also strength, right? And also when it comes to like Mars energy, like I said, taking action, okay? Yeah, success. Right? So even the color orange is very significant. Somebody could be eating oranges, or oranges could be significant too. But there is something about your strength being connected to success, okay? And I know not everybody likes to hear that because it's like, you know, for the collective, you guys could be like, why do I have to be the strong one? You know, why do I have to be the one that does it? But guess what? There's a reason why you were chosen, okay? As crazy as it sounds, as mundane as it may be, there's a reason why you were chosen, because even the days that you feel like you shouldn't be able to do certain things, some way, somehow, you just get up and you still do it, okay? So just know that your strength brings in success, okay? No matter where you are in your life, no matter, you know, what your situation is, you will always be successful, okay? Your confidence shines through. You radiate confidence for whoever this resonates with, okay? And because of the movement that you guys are taking, there's something about your light being able to illuminate certain things, and that is why you guys are able to move forward when it comes to movement, because you always shine your light no matter what, okay? For some of you guys, when it comes to anxiety, like I said, if you were dealing with that, there's something about space. Okay, so for some of you guys could have your boundaries up at this time. You guys could be protecting your boundaries at this time when it comes to dealing with certain people, right? Places, certain environments, okay, certain groups. You are now learning to understand that, you know what, if I don't like something, I'll just make my own space. I'll create my own spaces, or I'll just go out into my own energy, because guess what? I respect myself more to know that I don't need to fit in certain spaces. And that could be what was giving you anxiety, because it's almost like you guys maybe were trying to fit in certain places that even the universe knew that that place wasn't for you, okay? A lot of spaces that you guys could have went to maybe gave you anxiety because of the fact that you illuminate a lot of situations, right? You shine light on a lot of situations in certain spaces, and that could be very triggering to people too, right? So people try to make you anxious. They try to tell you you don't know what you're talking about, or they try to make you feel like you're the one that's delusional, when in actuality, you're very aware of the situations that you deal with, okay? Magic. Okay, there's strength in your magic for whoever resonates with this. So this could be confirmation as well. Crown chakra energy too is very significant. You guys going with the flow. Like I said, water could be significant too. So there's something about going with the flow, movement, right? That is allowing you to be successful at this time. Some of you guys being near water could be very significant as well. But even when it comes to going with the flow of life, that is also significant too. Not everybody can go with the flow of life, but you are very confident in the universe and also the downloads and synchronicities that you receive. Yeah, intuition. Okay, guys, and at the bottom of the deck we have growth. I did talk about this when it comes to the color green and movement. I did say this. Okay, isolation is very significant. Some of you guys are isolating yourselves or your energy at this time. Some of you guys also may feel that the more that you isolate, the better for yourself. And it's not to say that you don't like dealing with people, but you guys could be in this situation or this energy where you're isolating yourself right now because the universe is preparing you to be able to attract or be in relationships, whether this is friendship groups or things of that matter, that actually do connect and resonate with you on a very deep spiritual level, okay? Also, we have fear. Some of you guys, like I said, when it comes to isolation, you guys are releasing fear, okay? You guys are stepping into this energy, whatever this is that you guys are stepping into, especially when it comes to the darkness or the shadows. You guys are releasing whatever fear, and you guys are stepping into creativity. Okay, so take what resonates with that when it comes to this energy. There's something about getting a light bulb or an idea, okay? And some of you guys, 10-10 on the timer just now, some of you guys may resonate with that, okay? So I am going to end it here, guys. All right, take what resonates with you guys when it comes to this message, but just know that you guys are growing, like I had mentioned when I saw this first card. And just know that even though everyone's growth is different, it doesn't mean that you're not growing. You're still growing. So like I said, you know, comparison is a thief of joy. Just because someone else is growing faster than you does not mean that you're not still growing. Everybody's path is different. Everybody has to learn to give each other grace and ease, right? And even with me too, like as a reader, I see certain things, and I also can tell when somebody is going through whatever dark night of the soul they're going through. I don't even judge them. I just look at it and just ignore it, because when the time is ready for them to kind of be able to awaken and see the situation from a new perspective, I still allow them to still come through with that growth. You know what I mean? Like, everybody acts like everyone's perfect. No one's perfect, but it's different when you're doing the inner work and you can tell somebody is trying to grow and change and, you know, be better, you know, be a better person for not just other people, but for themselves. Okay, and that could be significant as well. So if people are mad because, you know, you want your space, you want isolation, then let them be mad. Okay, not everybody understands what you guys were dealing with when it comes to anxiety, okay, and fear, okay, and things like that. You guys could have, you know, dealt with a lot, and you guys could have came a very long way, right, dealing with these things. So be proud of yourself, you guys, and be happy that, you know, you guys made it this far, because unfortunately not everybody gets this far in life, and it's sad to say, but it's true. You know, even though there's certain things that are going on right now, like I said, some of you guys could be very grateful, okay, just to wake up or just to eat or just to breathe. You know, there's people out there in different countries or different parts of the world that don't have the same type of benefits or the same type of, you know, things that we have. And I know that everything is about perspective, but I always talk about this because just like how a homeless man may see somebody with a nice big home, that doesn't mean that home is happy. You know what I mean, guys? Sometimes that homeless person has more peace and quiet being on the street, even though it's messed up, but it's like they would rather be on the street than deal with family chaos. And some people may live in a little shack, right? Or live in a basement, or live in, you know, may not be as big as a big home, but they still have family ties. You know, like, you ever seen certain cultures where you go back home and, you know, maybe they're not in the greatest, you know, place, maybe it's very poor, but just because their location isn't like lavish, it doesn't mean that they don't have community. Everybody's helpful, everybody cares about everybody, there's community, okay? And some people may not understand that. You know what I mean, guys? So take what resonates with you whenever you see this. And again, thank you guys for the love and the support. But just know that your intuition is very heightened at this time. And you guys are being very confident right now. And you guys are moving towards your own success, whatever that success is for you. All right, guys, but follow me on YouTube and TikTok. Okay, my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. You guys can either, like I said, book a reading or check out my blog. But thank you guys for the support. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys, love you so much. Bye.